Former Blue House Lounge owner Song Ja Cha will be tried separately from her co-defendants, police officers David Q. Manila and Anthony Kenga.
This court finds severance is justified is a relief justice requires so as not to prejudice, more specifically at this time, defendant Manila and Kenga.
Superior Court Judge Anita Sukola's decision came after several defense motions were heard this afternoon, including Cha's attorney Leslie Travis's motion to withdraw as her defense counsel. Travis works for the Seville and Tang law firm, which represented Cha's late husband in the federal criminal case.
To the extent that any exploration needs to be conducted regarding Mr. Cha's potential culpability and the extent to which that may diminish Mrs. Cha's culpability, we believe that our previous representation of Mr. Cha prevents us from doing that on behalf of Mrs. Cha.
Judge Sukola granted the withdrawal and attempted to appoint Cha her seventh defense attorney, but
the court-appointed listing has been exhausted. The court is going to need further, for Ms. Cha, it has been exhausted. The court is going to need further directive and instruction from the court administrator, legal counsel, as to going out of the box to make another appointment for Ms. Cha.
Cha will have to appear back on Monday to determine who will represent her. Kenga's attorney John Terlahi, who has been representing the police officer since January, also asked to withdraw from the case, saying he has a conflict with individuals who may be called as rebuttal witnesses during the trial, but the identities of those individuals were not revealed during the hearing. Judge Sukola reluctantly allowed Terlahi to withdraw. Sylvia Stake was appointed as Kenga's new lawyer, and the judge made it clear she won't have much time to prepare for the trial.
I want him to know that that lawyer is only going to have 3 to 5 days to prepare, and that is his choice for making that assertion. But I cannot stop him because he has a free will.
But attorneys for Manila and Kenga believe there shouldn't even be a trial, as they assert their client's right to a speedy trial, which must be held within 45 days, has been told. Manila's legal counsel Terry Timblin says based on his calculations, the speedy trial clock expired on May 20th, when eliminating all the time for motions. He argued the clock continued to run when appeals were filed with the Guam Supreme Court.
If these appeals stop the clock, then of course the speedy trial isn't run. If they don't stop the clock, it has. I believe it has, and therefore we move to dismiss.
The dismissal was denied as the court noted a much different calculation, finding that only 39 days have passed since the officer's assertion, and there are actually 6 days to bring the two to trial. The court also denied Manila's third bail modification motion.
The new information is that basically this case is so full of holes that there's a very substantial likelihood of an acquittal.
Attorney Timblin argues that the 2008 investigation into the Blue House brothel made no mention of Manila and Kenga threatening or sexually assaulting any of the Chukie's workers.
Suddenly they're looking for evidence against these gentlemen. Suddenly all this bad stuff comes up for the first time, 4 years after the fact. I think that's very significant.
Assistant Attorney General Jonathan Kwan opposed the release of Manila, saying the government believes there is a high probability of conviction in the case, adding there are witnesses who will testify about Manila making threats, and some of the charges he faces carry life sentences. The pretrial conference continues on Monday at 2 in the afternoon, and jury selection will begin on Tuesday afternoon. Reporting from the Superior Court in Hagåtña for Guam's News Network, I'm Mindy Egan.